Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're here for episode 4 of Podcast Ultimate. Guys, we're really close. We're basically only a month out. It's crazy to think that. It doesn't feel like that.
It's palpable.
I'm once again...
What's the count down to? Probably 40-some days or something?
Yeah, I think it's 44 or 43 when the day we're recording this. But I'm joined once again by Alex O'Neill and Scott White. And this month, we are joined by Peter Spezia from Show Me Your News, another awesome Smash Brothers podcast. How you doing, Pete?
Pretty good. Thank you for having me, guys. It's a monumental day in Super Smash Brothers speculation history. Fun fact, we are as far away from Smash Brothers Ultimate release as we were apparently from the ESRB leak to Smash 3DS. We're in that window right now.
Yeah. Everyone's collective tinfoil hats just all.
Oh my god, yes.
That's
a great.
That would have been great. A tinfoil hat segment where we just all put on tinfoil hats.
Let me tell you about the 4chan rumors I've seen.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got one more episode to do that.
It's true.
It's true.
We can do that.
No, next month is just gonna be a mess. We're gonna be a mess.
DLC speculation.
Oh my god.
Just crying and
I'll be holding Scott's throat, being like, "I know Gino's in the game.
Show us the characters.
Show us the characters."
But yeah, as Pete alluded to, literally today, this morning, a big, very potential Smash leak happened on everybody's favorite Super Smash Brothers news platform, Snapchat, the phone app. So that was
all of us understand clearly.
Yeah, I know. It was very, very funny when I just saw Smash Brothers leaks and just Snapchat a weird Snapchat lol face.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, this is 2018. All right, this is something that can happen. But man, that was basically he was people have already sleuthed out that this was basically some guy who was he worked at some kind of PR agency or marketing agency that works with Bandai Namco in France to distribute stuff, or Bandai Namco works with this agency to put stuff out there. Apparently he kind of blurred his name, but people figured it out, and he had a LinkedIn page, but he's now deleted the LinkedIn page.
No, not the LinkedIn page.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but basically, in one of the shots, there was the full when they first revealed the game and they showed all the characters back. Everyone was here. They had that big wipe across where you saw all the characters that were in
a mosaic, and then, a piece of art, Mike.
True real art.
True real art
that you can only get from Super Smash Bros. And then as we saw in the August Direct, they added in all the characters since then, during that at the end. So they had that mosaic, but it had a bunch more characters on it. It had about 7 more characters on it. I'm pretty sure it was 7, right?
That was 5 newcomers.
Yeah, and it was one of those things where I'm still sitting here looking at the characters, and I'm just man, this is in this weird space of this is too good to be true, but could also be too crazy to be not true, and too much. It's that weird space for me. But I'll just say the 7 characters, like you said, there's 2 characters that are pretty much confirmed to be Echo characters with Shadow the Hedgehog and Ken from Street Fighter. Then we got 4 other new characters.
5 others, yeah.
Yeah, 5, excuse me. It was Gino from Super Mario.
I mean, Scott won the poll, right?
Yeah. Well,
you're welcome, everybody.
The course kids from Rhythm Heaven. Isaac from Golden Sun.
Woo!
Which is another Buck Wild one.
Taking home the gold tonight.
There's one big one, but there's one in between that's now escaping me because I don't have a picture.
Mach Rider.
Mach Rider, yeah, Mach Rider from Mach Rider, the video game.
Like I've seen some people say like Excite Bike Man, like no.
Yeah.
Remember your Melee lineage. Remember what was that secondary track on Big Blue. It's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, I think it's very more likely to be Mach Rider, and then the last one, which I think is the biggest one, Banjo Kazooie is there.
Hell yeah!
Which is just like that's the one. That's the one.
It's fucked me up all day, Mike. This fucking leak.
I knew you were like the first person I thought of when I saw Banjo Kazooie there, and I was just like, Alex is just like probably like vibrating and shaking.
I'm shook. I am like. Just like, changed as a person. Yeah,
Alex became a Hitachi one. He just kept shaking.
It's been literally I've been going back and forth between do I believe this or no, there's no way this is stupid. What am I doing? But I don't know.
This is totally. I want to get all of your guys' kind of first impressions, but I will say obviously this is like the day of this leak happening. It's always the Smash leaks are always everywhere at all the time. It feels like sometimes. So hey, we could literally all wake up tomorrow morning and this dude could just be like, hey, I faked it, ha ha ha. So we don't know, but it's either way, this is still like that. It's like a lot of people's dream come true character additions and to the final roster of Smash Ultimate. So we're just gonna go off of we're just gonna act like it is real for now, because why wouldn't we? Because it's awesome.
And it's all the news we've got. So.
Because exactly, we've been going back and forth for a week or so now. It's like, holy crap! There's been no Nintendo Direct. There's been like no real news. What are we gonna do?
We've been very spoiled so far.
And then the Smash Gods, the skies opened up, and the Smash Gods delivered us the leak
at French, 3 o'clock this morning.
The French Smash Gods just came down from us. It was just like, thank you.
And I just want to say, if Nintendo were to announce Smash Direct on October 25th, just know that we really tried. I swear to God, we really tried. We just couldn't get there.
If it actually does happen, I'm just gonna freeze frame us and turn us gray and just put the Kirby enthusiasm theme in the server and just
Here, I'll do this just for in case.
It's like, look at it.
There, now we're in the future.
Yeah, we did it.
We arrived.
There's a direct. No. But let's go around and just, I want to see, I want to get each of your reactions to, when you first saw this morning, waking up and, getting in the Discords or getting on Twitter and just seeing, 8 people just being like, what, Banjo?
It was actually me last night, still after work, playing Stardew Valley in my bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, drinking water, thinking about how I should be asleep. And then, of course, I had my phone right there, and it just, as soon as I see the ultimate speculation for Show Me Your News thread, I'm like, all right, we're going in tonight. We're getting in the leaks.
It's not a bullshit 4chan leak.
No, I live for those too. I want all of the bullshit. I just love it.
They've been funny, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But no, you guys know as well, and your listeners do too, that for the last several weeks, it's been really hinging on the fact that it's the box theory. The box theory. Yeah. It's almost ironclad. There's nothing to knock it, but it only means 2 more characters in this launch window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's 10. It's Incineroar. For Gaben says so therefore it must be true, and he's been accurate so many times. Granted, he missed things like King K. Rool. Not everyone can be perfect. Sources can be inaccurate or just don't have all the answers. Mm-hmm. But that's where we were sticking at, and we're just like, we need that Nintendo Direct. There's got to be one more. It's got to show Spirits Mode. It's got to show the rest of the characters before launch. It's got to show everything else, and maybe, fingers crossed, a test smash or something like that. They've got to show something when you're launching the branded system a month early with a game packed in that isn't a game yet. There's got to be some reason, right? Yes. So we're waiting for this, and this happens, and now the speculation can continue.
Light the fires again.
Yeah, everyone.
The thing is
sound the horns. Fire,
the fires totally 50. It's totally 50-50 here, and that's the real thing. it can go one way, it can go the other way, and I think that's what's really exciting. So many different leaks are just like, I'm gonna post my text leak of what I think is gonna be in the game, and like, there's no proof, right?
Yeah.
This isn't as stout of a leak as the ESRB leak that we referenced during the Wii U days. There's no video evidence of Bowser Jr. smashing, so to say.
Right.
There's no close-up pictures. I've been saying all day, like, I wish there was a way, there has to be some way soon to come on phones where you hold down a button and it does video capture. Like, there has to be a way to document something like a Snapchat video, because all the people who've been saying, like, oh, the pictures are blurry, and like, maybe that's their way of masking a fake. Admittedly, a damn good fake would be at that. It's certainly monumental and historic and all that. But the reason it's blurry is because it's screenshots from a panning video. Like, if it were a video, we could then go frame by frame and break it down and maybe see where some of the flaws are. But no, this is what we have to work with. And so honestly, I'm still going to stick in my hopes with the box theory and keep the expectations low. Don't get me wrong, I would love Banjo-Kazooie, love Geno. Shadow, it was almost expected.
Love is a strong word, right? Yeah, I get you.
I mean, chorus kids, I'd be really excited for. I mean, cut from Wii U and all that. And we can eventually go on all the little tangential things that are tied in, like another 4chan post from a couple months ago that was laden with expletives, but it laid out these characters and said certain ones that are cut. And you mentioned the LinkedIn, like, there's enough threads to make this plausible. But nothing yet to outright deny. Even some people were saying the shadows below some of the characters, like, they're gone now. It's removed from Snake, but then people are comparing past ones. It's like, what happened between this one with Sonic? Shadow kind of disappeared there. It's like, well, damn, like, things are in flux now again, aren't they? So it's fun to talk about the speculation. It's one way or the other right now. I don't think you can say it's definitively true or definitively fake, because there's enough evidence in both camps.
It's like we're like mid-season on like a season of Lost, and really anything is possible.
Seriously.
And it's probably going to be disappointing. So
we need like some CSI cameras where it can just be enhance,
zoom in,
and just zoom in, and it completely clears it up completely.
Yeah. No, so go ahead, Scott.
No, I'm kind of erring on the side that this could. I'm leaning more towards this is legit than not legit, just because it's such a random way to like it makes sense. Like, from a marketing standpoint, companies will be producing and getting standees and marketing ready for the release because we're so close.
And
so that kind of makes sense.
Public release, like, that's something I think a lot of people have been confused on too. It's like, this is standard practice,
right?
Yeah.
So, kind of the strange quality of it, and it's just how it's kind of laid out, and you see other documents kind of showing how it's laid out and presented, and kind of like trials and tests of it. I think that's interesting. In terms of the box theory, all this would do is add another row of 6.
Right.
Because there's 7 people on the box art, because I'm looking at it right now, it doesn't have Isabelle yet. So that would have a row of 5 with one open spot fit the 7th character, one of the characters in there, and then you would have a whole nother line of 6. So it would still fill out
on one side than the other, just like one.
Yeah.
It would just be one additional, everything would be shrunk a little bit, and there would just be an entire another row of 6, because all the rows right now have 6 spots, 6 characters shown.
So, well, that's the thing I brought up in the last episode. Maybe I probably didn't explain it as well in the last episode, but how the box theory works is basically how it's laid out there. People were saying it works out in the order they're in, how it wraps like circles around essentially, because like the top row is like the original 8, and then like the first row on the side we see is like the 4 secret hidden characters from 64, and then like it goes into melee characters and it wraps around in that numbered order like they have them. So it actually works out to there's one blank side on each side. So basically that's how people got Incineroar and what was it, Ken? Because the numbers worked out to where Ken being an Echo would show up after Ryu on the box. So it would push that side over, and then Incineroar would go after Isabelle on the box, because that would leave that many spots open. So it wouldn't work. So I think, because then if you think of it from that way, then Shadow would be after Sonic, and then Shadow would be after Sonic, which would push it around more. Then you'd have, well, that would still work out, because that would push one character down, and then you would have 5 new characters, right? Because then you would have, if all 5 are new, so that would be, so it would still work out, actually. So that's still totally, what Scott said is still totally possible, actually, now that I think about it.
It's just, that weird 9 pattern kind of made everything.
Yeah, it's just like weirdly patterned, because how it's like they're like wrapped around. But yeah, that would still totally work. But yeah, I pretty much echo what a lot of you guys say. A lot of this is like, I'm still in that camp of like, a lot of it is awesome and I want it to be real, but I still can't sit there and sit there and confirmly say like, yeah, here comes BanjoKazooie, y'all, let's get ready. As much as I want to, like
the two things I keep coming back to are, I think BanjoKazooie is not without the realm of possibility. I just think it'd be weird. I guess it wouldn't be too weird to have like that be like a very known Western character. Like I know like the Diddy Kong, King K. Rool loophole of what they were technically Western developed characters, but like BanjoKazooie is so, I guess it's all in the same family, but
he's to be honest, it'd be weird to see him at launch. Like everyone thought DLC, give it more time for the Microsoft partnership to flourish, and it's like, oh, and you want to push him in now? Like, okay.
Yeah, and I mean he also fits like when I was bringing up last year of like, he does have a classic Nintendo lineage, even though he is now on considered like a Microsoft or Xbox character, just like how Snake and Cloud are very distinctly like Sony like adjacent characters, even though like Snake specifically, his game started on Nintendo consoles, and Cloud has obviously never been on a Nintendo console, but Final Fantasy is very it has a legacy with them. So I definitely think he fits in that same realm of, he's totally possible, but probably the most like unlikely of characters. So, like he's like the one, as much as I want it, I do want it. As like he's the one I look at and go like, I don't know.
My feeling in my heart is that I do keep coming back. It is like just wild enough to be real though. Like there is a super fine line. I think we all know it too in our hearts. Like as much as I want to believe Sora would be in this game, like I know it's too wild. Like I know in my heart of hearts. But this like Chorus Kids and Mach Rider, they were a specific kind of deep cut that like what we were talking about on the last episode. That kind of feeling of this like vintage character almost of like what Duck Hunt was in whatever game Duck Hunt first appeared in.
Which or Rob or Game
the game is just called Duck Hunt.
no, like which Smash Brothers game he first appeared in.
Oh, Duck
which
Hunt
is 4,
was in Wii U.
right?
That was the first one.
Okay,
it was Wii U. Wii U 3DS.
And but yeah, like Rob from Brawl and Game & Watch from Melee, like I feel like Mach Rider is exactly that.
Yeah,
like to a T, and it's perfect. And like big twists like Isaac and Gino, like those. I don't know. It makes sense.
Those are fan favorites. Like those are ones that have been wanted. Like Gino had his Mii costume. Isaac did. Both of them did very well in the polls. I remember.
They're like in the camp of. I wouldn't say they're on this personally. I wouldn't say they're on the same level as like a K-Roll Ridley, but they are definitely like highly fan requested characters.
Oh,
so like
man.
they make
back
they
in
make
the Brawl days. Back in the Brawl days, it was all about Ridley. It was all about Gino. Like those were too.
Yep.
Like just saying that much. The Mach Rider thing is really interesting too, because it's definitely surfaced today that Sakurai did an interview in Japan several months ago. Might have even been in December, maybe December like a year plus ago, but he was talking about how he bought an action figure, and it was like a robot sort of mech action figure, and he's talking about he bought this character to look at the gun to model it for a game he was working on. Now at the time, we didn't know it was Super Smash Brothers. We didn't know he was working on another one, So once that became known, people were like, "Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles X." But you look at the gun, and it's like that would line up with someone like Mach Rider better than it would with like Alma or anyone from that game. So it's just like certain things being brought back in, all part.
It's
of
like
the
that
movie.
kind of crazy shit that I fucking live for. Like
and like
love
Sakurai
it.
getting toys for these old, characters or characters that are based off of toys. It's like that's his jam.
Yeah.
Those kids who are on the internet today, on the Smash boards, on the Reddit, like, sometimes you gotta go back in your past if you're there. And like, I've lived the Brawl Nightmare roster, to an extent, a little bit of Melee too, but on the internet, I've lived the Brawl Nightmare roster. I've lived the ESR beacon, the ESRB leak, and some of the nightmares that existed with that too.
Yeah.
And like I was so ready to embrace the box theory as that, so to speak, nightmare roster. It's not what everyone wanted, but you know what? This roster is amazing anyway.
Right.
And this, we talked about it at the top, like this has the feeling of dream come true.
Yeah.
Too good to be true. And it's like, that's not Sakurai. So like, I still have a difficult time like fully committing as much as I'd like to. At the very least, like, it's super interesting for the speculation to know that it's a possibility that's still floating more than 12 hours after intense internet going hard speculation.
Yeah.
And I think this will continue to go until we finally get that direct. That direct announcement sometime in November. I think we'll definitely continue to see this go, unless, like I said up front, like unless tomorrow this dude's just like, I don't know, I was bored at work and it's all fake. But that could totally happen. But like for right now, I will bask in this scene. Like
exactly, bask in it.
Incineroar is the key here. Like Incineroar shows up in a direct, like this is broken. That's really the missing key.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say, in terms of the whole Banjo thing, I thought this was the case and I just looked it up. Remember, Phil Spencer himself tweeted out that he thinks it would be awesome, that he is totally down for Banjo to be in Smash Brothers.
Scott, I remember.
And
I know.
He's done more than one occasion.
No,
I want to say
that's
yes.
the question. Is it just PR friendly speak, or does he actually really mean it?
I think he really means it, just from what I've seen Phil Spencer when he's talked in, like, you and I have talked during E3 conferences and stuff, Pete, how Phil Spencer first and foremost feels like a gamer. Like the way he talks, like he cares about games regardless of platform.
He's
and
one
with
of the most genuine executives out
right,
there, for sure.
and with the with the whole Fortnite crossplay commercial, like the Xbox and the Switch playing together, that whole thing being friends, I think Banjo is it's not as safe, but I would say, but I can certainly see that it would be. It's
grounded in realistic.
It's grounded. It's not like out of nowhere. It's like the fuck.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the N64 Banjo games are what people really think of when they think Banjo.
Totally.
Yeah.
Not nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So. And like that, I will definitely say that like has merit, and like obviously Phil Spencer's the honcho executive guy at Xbox, but I would also say like at the end of the day that's just like a tweet on the internet, and that can just really mean nothing, because like he can reply to a person and be like, yeah, that'd be awesome, I agree, and like that could mean like nothing. Like he ultimately, like I don't think that means like him saying it all of a sudden means like a bunch of phone calls are like popping off being like, oh my god, call up Rare, and then
CEO of Square Enix and Sora's and Smash, right?
Yeah. So I definitely like I want it to be real too, but it's I think he's the one that still throws me for the loop of like, is this real? I don't know if this is 100% yet or not. I think even if he wasn't there, in some ways I'd still be like, because that's just how I always am with like leaks in particular.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, there was another thing that kind of blew up a little bit after the box theory came up. It was like another crazy theory that these two guys, I don't have the names in front of me. Whoops. but they're these crazy dudes who had basically they have this big Google Doc.
Doc and Sabi, I think they went.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Doc and Sabi. They basically put together these different docs that are like mathematically calculating what the different how basically the Smash blog is planned out, and they have like numbered it and timed it down to a point where they've kind of like guesstimated through like mathematical like equations and like the like how everything the numbers break down of the how the posts come out. They basically say there's a potential for like what was it like 7 to 8 new characters. So this lines up with this leak in some ways. It doesn't obviously say specifically. It's just that each Smash blog post, when they go into like kind of I guess like the source code or like the post, they can see like their numbered posts. Like it's like the Smash blog thing that I think just went up yesterday. The new music track was number whatever, and like the thing that when this caught traction, well, I guess it was an unfortunate reason for it to catch traction, but people noticed it even more when the earthquake happened and they had to delay the direct, because basically they had to renumber, or like not renumber, but like reshift a bunch of posts around to like delay the announcement of Isabelle with it. So you can see that like I think like Pikachu ended up being posted that day, and it was like the post that before that was like the regular post was like I don't know specific numbers, but it was like basically in order up till that point. And then when they hit that one, the numbers get changed and mixed around to the point where they got back to Isabelle, and then it reset back to like the normal numbering path from there. So like it's pretty crazy, and they basically have gone through and do this stuff. It's like insane and like incredible and like really cool. Very like it's like a theory, but it seems pretty hard to argue against that. I think I also said it's like in the post in the Drive Google Doc, or excuse me, post. It says like what their specific like like qualifications are. Like I think it was like this is for like these numbers basically indicate like this is if all the posts were to lead up to the launch of the actual game. This is what they would work out to. Like, I don't think it was if like the posts kept going. So it's also one of those things where as soon as you get to launch day, if they keep doing posts, this could kind of fall through. So we don't really know that for sure. Big
supposition, because in the past have runneth over, so to speak.
Yeah. Because I want to say even like for the previous, I want to even say for Wii U and 3DS specifically, like they didn't like, even though we had the ESRB leak, like not even all the characters were fully revealed when the game actually launched. So
same with Brawl, Dojo. I mean, it's so. I'm not gonna try to do a hot take here or anything, but I think the Blood theory's full of shit. You cannot predict Masahiro Sakurai with math.
Like,
he's beyond math.
It sounds like that's like a Hideo Kojima like mind fuck kind of conspiracy theory thing. Like
for sure,
it's cool, but it's like. I think it's still looking a little too much.
You know what people also did? People also had a music theory where we got a new music track every week, and we're not seeing tracks that are related to newcomers. What happened? Pokemon showed up with a track with the Battle of Steven. We don't have a Pokemon newcomer. And then what happened? We got duplicate franchise music tracks. Did anyone predict that? No. What happened? Everyone, Simon Belmont's going to be in the game. Okay, we're going to have Simon Belmont in this August 8th direct. What happened? Richter Belmont happened. People cannot predict Masahiro Sakurai, and the math is cute. Look, averages, like, I get it. But as you said, like, it's assuming a pretty big thing that everything is going to be shown up till when the game launches. I think it's trying to suppose and hope that we have this many characters left. And I'm going to pull back in something that, is actually pretty relevant to the naysayers of this Snapchat banner, Grinch leak, what have you. Sakurai recently said in an interview on Famitsu that was translated and all, it was after the Isabelle, reveal, and you guys probably mentioned it, but he talked about how, if you think we're going to show a lot of character trailers up until launch, you'd be sorely mistaken. You may have been a bit enthusiastic, but that'll kind of slow down until launch. So I think to hope for 6 to 8 characters is really getting hopes up, and like you're really going to set yourself up for a lot of salt anger. And but the math said no, Sakurai does not run by math. Why was there a random week on the blog where we got the Japanese today's flashback Star Fox on the NES, and then we never got it again? You can't predict that shit. Okay, like it's cute that they can call it a theory, and
game theory. Thanks for watching.
They worked really hard. I'm sure they got the Game Explain interview. Congratulations to them and getting the exposure. But it doesn't really flesh out, in my opinion, with years of seeing the Smash Brothers pre-hype.
Yeah, I'm kind of with that.
No, for sure.
I just love it though.
It was definitely an interesting. I think that's definitely the takeaway. Like I agree that it's definitely assuming a little too much in the grand scheme of things, because we don't really know. Like I think they got lucky in terms of like the numbering, quote unquote, meaning something when they had to obviously swap them around for that unfortunate event. But that really doesn't mean much if we keep getting stuff past the release of this game, and we keep getting stuff like it's hard. It's obvious to say, even so, like even though it's not been confirmed, I feel like it's more than obvious that we're going to see DLC for this game, and I don't think they're going to stop not posting stuff for the DLC on the website.
Yeah. So sure. And what happens when we get another Nintendo Direct? We're going to get another whole batch of things that will be doled out as blog updates that we just saw this in the Direct. Like have they accounted for that? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Totally. So, but I definitely think it's like it just goes to show you, on top of like this Snapchat leak, and just like how immediately people just like latch on to anything they can to be like, I want to break this down insanely. Like I feel like it's only escalated over the years.
Oh, we're hungry. We're due for news for sure.
Yeah. In some ways. So it's all of this stuff has been fascinating to see, especially today, obviously, since it's all happening like right now today with that Snapchat leak.
Yeah. And in Mike's defense, this is why he didn't want to talk about rumors on the podcast.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't really want to do this episode.
Yeah, like I went on a random Twitter tangent, like it was a while back, but it wasn't like, it's not like anybody follows me, so it's not like it fucking matters. But like it was basically just like I was posting like one of our episodes out of Ultimate, just like, hey, what do you think of, check this out, and then somebody asked me that question of like, why you guys didn't really talk about this so and so rumor that's going on right now? And I was just kind of like, all right, look, like, I think it's for me specifically. I get the excitement that people get for like wanting to find this information, but I feel like as a production person who's worked in production for many years and has grown to appreciate the people that work on this stuff, I feel like I've grown more and more excited for seeing the like production and spectacle they put on for these like releases. Like, yes, at the end of the day, it's marketing for a video game they want you to buy, but at the same time, like the craft and the thought and put into it is just, it just reminded me of like the ESRB leak last year. There were characters that were leaked in that when you see the full roster on a screen. You see that and you definitely, people are going to be like, oh, that's it. Where I feel like on the other end of that, if we would have not gotten that, and then all of a sudden a Duck Hunt Dog trailer just shows up in the middle of a Nintendo Direct, everybody would be like, what the fuck? And like, it would have blown their minds. Like that like we haven't, I don't know if we're going to include, like at the end of this, we're going to rank all the Smash Ultimate trailers. I don't know if we probably don't really need to include Wii ones, but like personally for me, like going back recently, like this recently as in like a couple months ago, and like just watching all of those Wii U trailers, the Duck Hunt one is like hands down my like favorite MFN trailer. Like it's just so well cut. Like people don't even like understand like they had to perfectly time like Duck Hunt like scooting across the ground in some weird angle, zoomed in on a camera angle for like literally like a point of a second to like cut with a musical like cut that they had with the song, and it was just like, man, I can't even imagine being the person who probably worked months and months on that video, and then all of a sudden, like, people, here's just like a screenshot of an MF and 3DS character select screen with a character portrait, and then it's just a bunch of people seeing this and being like, it's probably not even real. What the F? Who was Bowser Jr.? And, and just people.
Shulk
like,
is Little Mac's face, guys. Don't you know?
Yeah. People just dunking on this, and then like people who like worked months on this being like, wow, people are gonna like completely like not care about any of this work. And even like the other character, like I know like Shulk was like a pretty, like he was like a sort of niche but also somewhat like requested character around that time, because he was pretty popular around then. So even like that trailer was like a pretty cool trailer.
Dude,
I think
Wii U
that's, like,
had amazing trailers.
Wii U had
Just
great trailers.
Fantastic. The Pac-Man one. That was one where that was in like an E3. It was at night. It was like a closed room for press,
Right.
And it still got out, and people still got cell phone video of that moment when it went what? And like the room blew up,
erupted.
Yeah, like that's like magical trailers, and you're right, like that's what made the Cloud reveal so special, because it was DLC. Like that one came out of nowhere, and that's really, I think, where a lot of the big Smash Brothers trailer reactions kind of started.
Yes.
You see a lot of them, since then, but I don't remember too many people doing that until Cloud. Like,
we started getting Cloud. Yeah.
I loved Palutena's where the anime.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
anime
special anime ones with Link fighting Pit. That was really good.
I liked the Wii Fit Trainer one was like really great.
That's a special one too.
Yeah,
on the floor at E3. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gather around, everyone. It's a special reveal.
Yeah. And it's just like the idea of like the marketing for this is making these elaborate over-the-top trailers for a single character in this one like video game, and like people like lose their collective minds over like a single character reveal trailer than they would have like, here's an entirely new video game franchise. It's insane, and that's just like some of like the bummer to me of like why I don't 100% really talking about full-on leaks. Like at the end of the day, they are interesting, and in particular the Snapchat one, I still want to talk about it because it is like you said, it's one of those ones where there's a lot there that could totally be true or totally not. It's not just like somebody made like some fan like, this is my dream thing, here's a copy paste of a big text wall, I'm gonna post it to 4chan and no one will know. And it's
even if it's fake, it's gonna go down in history as one of those like big sort of elaborate details. Someone had to then like go on the LinkedIn, and maybe they fabricated that too because it didn't have a picture, and who doesn't have a picture on LinkedIn? Like things like this. I mean, we remember when Rayman was possibly DLC for Wii U, like that changed the game, and it brought out that Smashified YouTube channel. But like that looked so real. I'm like, that has to be real. But like that was a game shit. Like that was a monumental one. I don't know why it's always Smash, or if it's just we're kind of in that orbit so we remember them more. But it's something about Smash Brothers hype that always brings it. So I think you're right. It's an honorable sentiment to have regarding rumors. But then when you're like me and you do like a weekly Smash Brothers show, like sometimes you need that extra little bit of content. So
I totally get it.
And I think in terms of the hype and everything like that you were talking about, Pete, I would say it's because this game, Smash Brothers, has evolved so much from the older games with Melee, with the inclusion of Pac-Man and Ryu and Mega Man and Sonic and Cloud and Bayonetta and all these characters. It's no longer what Nintendo character will we see. It's what video game character. And just in that idea exponentially increases the hype because there's so many other crazy combinations that people think of and would love to see.
You're bringing in the fans from all across those franchises. Absolutely.
It's fun because like this year especially, like I think I've connected more to why I like Smash Brothers so much. It's like the same reason that I like the Avengers so much, right? It's like this, it is this feeling of infinite possibility. It's just awesome. Like that's why I think Smash just gets hype better than anything else.
And similar to what Scott said, is like it has become so much of a celebration of like just video games in general. Like with Wii U kind of started it, and this game is like very clearly continuing that of just like celebrating like the lineage of like Nintendo and like the games that surround it. The games like not just Nintendo, but starting to celebrate like all of like the big characters and franchises that are also around Nintendo. And like that's like my favorite thing about this series. Is it just it's like I think I'm forgetting the word you used for it in the last episode, Alex, but it's like Sakurai just has like so much of a like extreme appreciation and like love for these things. You can just tell that in the left. And I don't even say like I think Sakurai is a big part of it, but I think there's a massive team that works on these games. And I feel like they just as much have like an appreciation for these classic characters and franchises, because like like he said, the music for this game, what Sakurai said, I think in one of the Famitsu articles he does, is like he basically just went to the music team and it's like, hey, pick what music you want to do. And that's how we got like 30 plus tracks of Castlevania music.
Yeah, so many good Castlevania tracks.
Yeah. But we'll actually, speaking of music, we'll actually move on here to
that pro segue.
Yeah, I want to be a master segueist.
Segue artist.
A segist.
Segue. Yeah, that's gonna be one day. That'll be my on my lower third, Mike Burgess, segue
master
artist.
Segue artist.
Segue artist.
Just like at Subway.
No, Segue artisan.
There it is. Segue. No, I want to be a Segue fellow.
This is currently the worst segue in history.
This has gone down. It went downhill.
Couldn't have gone worse.
Smash creative Segue fellow. There it is. We had basically. But this is personally the song I've been waiting to hear, just raw and unfiltered in my ear holes. I was like, so excited to hear this version of we had that main menu theme that's been in there, this really awesome fanfare. I really like Smash Ultimate's main theme, but I think it was in that like the Smash, like when it was revealed in Ultimate, the E3 Direct, when we heard this like kind of remixed version of that main theme with like a super funky like jazz like bass line, and but I think it still keeps some of the like horns in the back, but then it like takes out kind of the like some of the horns for like this really nice like jazzy tune, and it's so good. I
slaps.
Yes, the bass slaps hard. So it like apparently it first like ran like some random YouTuber just like threw it up, and then like people were saying it was a leak, but apparently like Nintendo officially, I don't know specifically but how they did it, but it was officially released. Like I remember seeing like posts everywhere being like, hey, this is officially out now. I don't think it's on the actual blog though, but I think they just kind of sent it out to people.
So, no, they actually from the story I've heard is that this guy Crunchy, who does his music extensions, him and like a couple other members from the Smash community went to Nintendo of America to play the demo, and they asked, hey, can we record a direct feed?
Oh, okay.
And they got permission from there. Oh, you can only record a short, post a short loop. I think they at first tried to do like a longer one, but then Nintendo's like, no.
They took it down.
Like, cut it, and this is why it says short loop on the original upload. That's like, it's over like 220,000 plays or something like that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
When it happened, that's when YouTube went down, and it was like hashtag YouTube down, broke because of Smash hype. And so people try to make connections there, but then it went back up. So, guys, Smash Brothers, like
it rules the world.
The power.
Smash can bring down the YouTube.
Yeah,
Smash is the thing that can bring down YouTube.
Yep.
This is the best main menu theme in the whole series.
Yes.
I don't think it's that much of a stretch to say that. I mean, a lot of people do have nostalgia for Melee Menu 1. They can say not that much of a hot take that Menu 2 is better. Okay, I like holding down R to play Menu 2. Okay, sure, but Menu 1's the iconic one.
Yeah.
There's so much instrumentation in this, and this is just the short loop. What other journeys can the song take us on?
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to listen to the 15-minute loop of this. Even if you guys played the Smash Brothers demo, whether it's at PAX or I went to the college tailgate.
We did 2 games.
Yeah, so like you kind of heard it in its loud environment. You heard a little bit of watch YouTube videos like you're right. It is so good to have this clean rip, just in your soul.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
It's just that was like the one of like I don't like. Hey, all due respect to like your 30 plus Castlevania songs, but just inject this menu theme directly into my veins. Like I was so happy to see this be a song that just came out, and now we just have in the world.
Mike's just gonna be walking around with his Switch and headphones in, just
that's me. Just gonna be throw it into my band, throw the Switch into my man purse, and then put the headphones in. Just listen to this on loop. That's gonna be
tuck it right into your fanny pack.
Yep, man.
Yeah. It's good. It's gonna have a big Smash Brothers logo on it.
That makes me think like on my podcast when we had that whole thing. It's like breaking down the direct, and we talked about like the idea of playlists. So I don't know, guys. What's on your sexy time playlist?
it's all my playlists.
Vampire Killer, that's on mine.
Yeah,
that's a good
absolutely.
It'll be sexy time playlist, and it'll just be this song again on loop.
Yeah, like it's a good contender.
Nothing but sexy. I would definitely have the underwater Donkey Kong Country music in my sexy time playlist.
Yeah.
That's my foreplay playlist.
Absolutely.
Because it's saying the mood, it's kind of mellow. It's and then it's like
pumped up.
boom, Vampire Killer.
Girl, I'm breaking out the whip.
Yeah. There you go. See? Pete knows what's up.
Yeah. This is Welcome to Smash Ultimate, the podcast Ultimate.
Yeah, here it is. But yeah, I just we honestly in the last two episodes, just because in the first episode we talked a little bit about the music they showed at that point, but just the last episodes have been all the directs that have happened. So we haven't really like gone back and looked too much at some of the other music that's been posted on the Smash blog. So I just wanted to, if any one of you guys had like a quick shout out besides this one of like songs you really liked so far on the Smash blog that has been posted, like literally just yesterday was like another Castlevania track. I don't know if you guys listened to that. It was
Lost Portrait. Good to hear that one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Personally, for me, this is more of just like a weird nostalgia, sentimental thing of when they put the City Trial, the Kirby Air Ride City Trial remix on there. I was just like, Sakurai, you're like speaking right. Sakurai just appeared, like opened up the door and just came in my room and threw a dagger right into my heart. Just threw it and just into it. And
game too. He knows.
It was beautiful. I was just like, this is from directly for me. Anything you do from Beyond This Point, I can't ever be upset with. You brought Kirby Air Ride back into the game. Like it felt so good. Like that was like a quintessential, like had friends over GameCube era Kirby Air Ride City Trial mode. I loved it.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
It was just such an awesome thing for them to like basically bring that back. And obviously they had Smash Run, which is like a weird evolution of that mode in Wii U and 3DS, but they didn't even like put music from the game in that, which I thought was like a missed opportunity. So like for him to
hope that Smash Run returns, not Smash Tour, but get Smash Run back in here.
Yeah, I would be totally okay with that too. Like they kind of revamped it in some ways. I would be down for that for sure. I would say that one was a really good one. There was a really
Snake Eater.
Snake Eater is really good.
It was really good.
Yeah, that Snake Eater remix was awesome. What was another? There was even though like it probably isn't, it's not on the same level of like Kirby Air Ride or like probably like some of my favorite tracks, but that weird FZero track with lyrics.
The medley.
Like, I think it was the medley.
Yeah.
And it had wasn't it like
Takanobu Mitsuyoshi?
Yeah, like he did like a bunch of like arcade racing games.
Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona. Exactly. That's what it was.
Yeah. No, that one is one of the best ones for sure. I did not expect rapping in Gangplank Galleon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
that was crazy.
Special one. No, I think the music updates are the best parts of the updates per week, and it's even really cool to see the different composers they get involved. I mean, just not this week, but last week they got Flashman. Okay, another Mega Man song. Who do they have to arrange it? Oh, Keiichi Okabe, the Nier and Nier Automata composer. Like, when you're getting like top Japanese talent, and granted, it's not a very Okabe-like song, but it's a good arrangement. The talent there is really one of the more impressive parts. I mean, even I think with the Battle Steven one, it was Soshi Abe. And people look up like, who is this guy? What's his credentials? Like, he just comes, he's barely graduated out of Tokyo University. His first project he worked on was Breath of the Wild, the expansion pass. Like, that's his first project for Nintendo, and like, he's suddenly landed a guitar arrangement of one of the better champion themes from Pokemon on Smash Brothers Ultimate. Like, damn, what a project for him to get. Even outside of the music updates, I mean, to have that Central Highway from Mega Man X song land in the Direct when they were talking about assist trophies, like, yes, like hit me with that Mega Man X.
That's really great.
But no, I want Mega Man X or Zero to be playable.
It's all right. Let your dreams die.
Zero.
You'll be happy.
I'm just gonna have to wait until the community mods the game to hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me play as Zero. So,
I think I can't remember. I'm blanking on the song. It might have been the other, not the Sparkman Mega Man song, but the other Mega Man song.
Mega Man 4 medley.
Oh yeah, with Jun
I think that's what it was. Yeah, and wasn't it like he was a Sega composer for Sonic, was brought on to a Nintendo game to a music track, like a medley of
for Crush 40. It does that good old Sonic Adventure 2 butt rock. Yeah, it's like
so it's just perfect. That crazy idea of like
give me City Escape remix.
That weird perfect storm to get like that. Those kind of composers, like it's really, it's awesome. It's
really made me think that like we still need a Sonic song, right? We still need to see Sonic on the blog in some capacity. Like Sakurai, I know you're listening out there, Boss Hero Sakurai. When you do a Sonic song, I hope you've asked one Koji Kondo to arrange any Sonic song. Like, I think that would be like the biggest, olive branch. Like, bring these two together. Even if you're like, cool. They still have Starlight. At least they did in the last game. Like, get Starlight Zone out of there. If you then have to remix that to have it be Koji Kondo and like just on a piano, like go into town, like. Sold. I would be okay even if that track sticks.
He's so good.
That would be pretty incredible.
I really like.
Koji Kondo is gonna do the theme for Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game.
Finally, redemption.
I want to see what we get with Final Fantasy. If we get, especially like with Geno and stuff, if we'll get some more, some Square music.
Really anything at this point would be good, right?
I still really like the first post there, which was the remix of the Breath of the Wild theme. Which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear. I'm sure there'll be maybe a couple more tracks from Breath of the Wild. I'm excited to just hear those kind of redone in a more Smash Bros. Like
more actiony.
Yeah, more action.
We saw in the direct that one of them is going to be that song that played in the trailer at the Switch presentation, January 2017. Like. Dude, one of the best parts of that whole trailer was the music. Like, I'm really interested to see how they're gonna arrange that.
Yep.
Yeah. The only song I'm not a fan at all of Gear Up 4 from Fire Emblem. No. That doesn't fit whatsoever. Yeah, like even the remix, it's like it's a good version of that song. It does not belong in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, when the main melody hits, like okay, it's a Fire Emblem song, right?
Yeah.
But that. As we call it, it's anxiety. Like the song, it's and it keeps picking up. Like that could be like way cut down.
Yeah, was not a fan of that one, especially because there's so many good like hype Fire Emblem songs. It's like really the Merchant song,
and then
that's weird.
Excuse me, and then wasn't there like another one? It was like I think they posted the other week. Id, where it's here's a remix of a song we already had in this game. They already had the original version of that song in the game. Now here's also the remix of that song. Wasn't that what happened?
It's the best song from Fire Emblem Awakening, but they didn't do.
Yeah.
Say that again, Pete. What?
Yeah, sorry, the dogs happened. It was the best song from Fire Emblem Awakening. The final boss and all that, but they didn't do much that was new with it.
Right. But yeah, there's a lot of good music, even just on the blog now, and there's like
It's only like 980 more.
Yes,
whatever.
literally hundreds and hundreds of songs we have not even heard. Sure, like there will probably be a large chunk of them. It is songs from the previous games, but I think there's still literally hundreds of new songs to still hear from this game, and that's like crazy.
Yeah.
If you had one song you really wanted to get in, what would it?
Yeah. I have two.
Yeah.
Which honestly I forget one because it might already be in, but the one is the from Pokemon Black and White 2. It is the Champion Iris theme.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Good pick, dude.
Like honestly, they could just put that song in as it is, and I'd be like, in. Let's go.
Yes,
but like I would love like a full on. I would fully go for like a new remix,
like
of
an
that,
orchestrated version, maybe.
Yeah, some orchestrated or like some cool like rock version of it or something would be super cool.
Yeah.
The other one would be the Paper Mario battle theme. Or Paper Mario Thousand Year Door battle theme.
Yes.
Because the Paper Mario stage is in it, so it's possible it could be there.
And I was trying to remember because like it didn't have that battle theme in the 3DS Paper Mario song. Right?
So
I think it was just
the 3DS games only had 2 songs per stage.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Because I think it was just like some weird medley.
Yeah.
That it went through like a couple different medley songs, but I don't think that theme was in it. So I would like a cool remix of that would be. Pretty neat.
Anything from Thousand Year Door would be awesome.
Sure. Yeah,
good choice.
Totally.
Mine would be Tifa's theme for Final Fantasy VII. Some way to like put a very melancholic song in that game. I would love it.
Right. That'd be good.
Scott.
Yeah, man. Wait. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just trying to think of how like that. I feel like I would feel similar. Like I love Terra's theme, but like as a battle theme, I feel like I would put it with Gear Up. Like it sound good, but I don't know how it would fit for me. But it is a great song. I would probably do X vs. Zero from Mega Man X5 as a track.
Anything from Mega Man X actually would be good. I've decided.
Yeah, Mega Man X has Wily's Castle would be a fantastic one from Mega Man 2.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Good old Akasen man. You mentioned Pokemon, like so many of the champion themes would be so good. One that I don't know we'll ever get in, but would be really cool to see would be not Cynthia's theme, but the lead up piano track before it.
Ooh,
it's just one of those like low key sort of songs that it's just the artistry on that track for being MIDI. It's stupid good. I don't know how it would translate into Smash, but it's just like that'd be a really cool one to see. One that I always pull for though is Koi no Yokushu Yoku, or it's known as Love Deterrence from Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. It's the battle when you're facing. Pause. Spoilers for a 10-year-old or 8-year-old game or whatever. When you're facing Zeke, it's that theme. Whether they want to put in, the actual lyrics, or they want to do what they did with the Bayonetta and just do like a instrument track, or even just totally instrumental, like it's a really hype sort of building song. So I generally go for that one. That's like I'd like to see that in Smash.
I think it'd be very funny. No, I don't think it'll happen, just because it'd be kind of messed up. But if we got the Phantom Pain main theme,
oh yeah, just somehow slip that one in there.
Yeah, just slam it in there and just like, and it probably wouldn't happen just because it's kind of messed up, because obviously all the stuff that went down with Kojima and Konami. But who knows?
Like always,
they're already giving us Castlevania people, so
yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
That song always gives like
still totally
goosebumps on the back for sure.
Yeah, it'd be fun to just fight to that and just Metal Gears jumping around in the background and all that stuff.
I still can't. Oh, I can't wait to hear Snake's David Hayter's new codec calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're happening.
So bad.
They gotta be happening.
Yeah.
They've already confirmed, I believe.
Ooh.
He went to a panel and like he was very coy about it.
Yeah.
Like that he wasn't in the booth, but like I'm sure he's going to be. And people were talking with Banjo today, like if Banjo Kazooie is in this game and David Hayter has a Snake codec call, like you know they're gonna pull out the grunty rhyming shit. Like it's got to happen.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just like
so good.
He's so good.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know it's a lot to ask, but I honestly want like all the different renditions of those weird things they've had in all the games. I want them back in some capacity. Like even bringing back like the Palatino guidances.
Yeah.
Like I think there was like conversations between like Star Fox characters and the Star Fox stages.
Yep.
And then the new one I want a Splatoon one. Where it's either it's Callie, it'll probably end up being Callie Marie because it seems like when the dev cycle for this game started, Splatoon 2 was not really much of a thing yet.
Yeah,
so I feel like it would be Callie Marie just coming on doing like some their ridiculous banter, just talking about two characters and them making some weird like pop reference of some kind. I think that'd be super fun. I think that'd be super fun.
Towers more viable.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Actually make you want to go to that stage.
Right.
In some ways. Speaking of stages and other things, it's gonna scroll. Just gonna use my editing powers.
Segue artist.
Come in right there and go out.
Post editing
magic. This was something we had to unfortunately not do last time because we were just kind of running for a while. We don't have to spend too much on this, or we can spend plenty of time on it. But actually, related to that, this recently, and I forget, I don't remember the specific Japanese magazine, but in the last episode of the podcast, we showed those randomly on some Smash or press site. They had like high-res renders of like character alternate like skins and stuff, and that's how we saw the like yarn or like Yoshi crafted world Yoshi with all the fuzzy hairy Yoshi. If you're into
yarn Yoshi,
fuzzy hairy Yoshi. But there was a Japanese like magazine that came out. I think it might have been Korokoro, but I don't know if it's Korokoro. I can't 100% say. But they like officially like had like a bunch of a spread of like, here's that Yoshi, and like here's like Mario and his builder and wedding hat, and here's Ike, like the big muscular Ike from Wii and 3DS, like basically just showing off a bunch of those. And so when that kind of came up, I was thinking of like, hey, literally every episode we've had so far, we've kind of pitched and talked about characters we want to see. We really haven't said like, hey, what are like maybe like skins for characters, or stages that we have not been seen yet. What is some of the stuff that we hope to see in this game? Like obviously a lot of stuff has come out to where like we've probably seen a large amount of the stages already, so there's probably not too many left realistically, but hey, it's fun to speculate like we've been doing most of this episode. So let's go around and let's see, just like
are we doing skins or levels?
Either one. I would say if we want to stick to maybe like, let's maybe do levels, and then we can come back around to skins. Let's just start with levels. You guys have any one particular in mind that's just like I gotta scream about why this isn't in this game yet?
If let's say hypothetically that BanjoKazooie were to be in this game, let's just live in a fantasy world that I've created in my mind. The stage I think that would be best for that would be like Click Clock Woods.
Interesting.
Which is the last level in the first BanjoKazooie game.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite levels. I think it'd be cool just because like it could work like the Animal Crossing stage where it'll be in different seasons, just like that level is in the game. It can have different hazards. I feel like it is the most colorful level. It has the most personality visually. For me, I think it'd just be a good pull for that title.
Yeah, I think that'd be a really good one, but at the same time, I don't see how it's not Spiral Mountain.
Yeah, it's always going to be Spiral Mountain.
Yeah.
I just want to be more interesting than Sakurai.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like a big grunt tilde face in the background just staring at you the whole time you fight.
The whole time. The entire time. Making rhymes and everything.
It's the tough part with stages, though, because Koro had the whole thing where 108, and there's like 5 or 6 spaces left on the screen. But oh no, that was either a misread or a typo, or we went early with info that we didn't want to. But it's
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. It's 103, right? Promise. Like, we may not be getting any more new stages until DLC hits. So like that's the really tough thing. I was thinking like, what about these characters from today's shenanigans? What would come from that? Certainly. A lot of people have talked about Venus Lighthouse from Golden Sun for a possible Isaac.
Okay.
So, things like that.
Mount Elf.
Sure, absolutely. Rhythm Heaven would be a really interesting one. I feel like it'd be a very WarioWare-like sort of one where they're going through different games, and you either have to play along in some capacity, or you get it's the similar kind of buffs and debuffs and all that. That would make sense. Got Mock Rider. I don't know how it's not another Big Blue-like stage. That'd be interesting. I don't think Ken or Shadow would get their own stages.
No.
Suzaku Castle is fine. Sonic Green Hill, it's the one on the blog today. I had no idea that you have to destroy the marker. That's what makes the floor collapse. I'm like, I don't know if that's different from the last game. That's
I didn't know that either.
So again, they throw these things on the blog. It's like, was that there in the last game, or am I just totally oblivious to that? And then as far as the other character that was revealed goes, I'm trying to. Oh yeah, Gino. The Forest Maze. Come on, it would obviously be that. Leading with that song as well. A lot of them, if they are going to be in the game, kind of fall in line and make sense. I just think it's going to be interesting though when they mentioned with the boxing ring update a couple weeks ago that holding L as an alternate stage load, that's back in the game, or that is still a thing in the game. We knew that Mushroomy Kingdom was going to be a thing in Brawl, but we had never seen the Underworld. Well, if they're going to load two versions, possible a Punch Out and a Smash Bros version of Boxing Ring, I guess the Underworld's coming back in Mushroomy Kingdom. Granted, no one's going to ever play Mushroomy Kingdom. It's not a stage. It's the weird scrolling one. But that's maybe a possibility if you just can load it. And they're doing stage morph on top of that. All bets are off.
Hella stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many. Did you have anything in mind, Scott?
In terms of stages, not really. Mostly just because I love all the levels that they've announced so far, but I also know at the end of the day, when I play with my friends, we'll be playing mostly on Final Destination or Battlefield, things like that, a set few. So I'm not I have a much wider hope or a list of possible skins and outfits for characters, though.
I just want you to know, Scott, every time that you and I play online, we're gonna play on Mushroomy Kingdom. Every single time.
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah, dude.
All items set to high.
Items set to high.
All items
on Mushroomy Kingdom.
Actually, just hammers set to high.
Just hammers set to high.
Let's do it.
Mushroomy Kingdom.
Put on that weird new scythe. Weapon on high.
Set to high.
Size.
Everything
all
always
size.
set to high.
I have 2 stages. The one is this is it's gonna ultimately be another Mario one, which I know some people are there's too much Mario stuff in this big Nintendo game. How dare they? It's I never understand some of that mentality, but I can't for the life of me think why there's still not been a Bowser Castle fighting stage to fight on in a Smash game.
It's true.
Just because it's
it's such a Mario Kart staple too.
Yeah, it's a Mario Kart staple. They did which granted they haven't said it's back in this version. It looks like it might not be, but they did a Rainbow Road stage in Wii U and the 3DS version. That stage was really cool, but I could see why they might not bring it back just because it's a fully HD-fied version of that stage looks like it would be insane and way intensive. But again,
they can make Fountain of Dreams work. It's one of the best stages.
True.
The best new stages rather on the 3DS version.
Yeah.
Kind of shocked that one didn't make it.
Yeah. But yeah, just thinking of all the cool remixes they could do of Bowser Castle themes and music from that aspect of it, and just having this big you're on this big castle stage, and there's just lava everywhere, and you see a big looming Bowser crazy fiery metal face in the background or something. Just they could just do so much cool stuff with a stage like that, and I think it'd be super fun and like incorporate like things from various Bowser boss battles, like, you know, having like the crazy car from 3D World appear and like shoot stuff at you, or things even from like, I guess like Odyssey might be too recent. Well, they have New Donk City in there,
Right.
but, like, you know, they could introduce something like that, or, you know, have something from Mario Gap. Like they could just, there's hundreds, like, you know, literally years and years of Mario boss battles against Bowser they could pull from.
Yeah.
To like incorporate cool stuff into the stage. So I think it'd just be really neat.
Yeah.
It'd be one of the cooler Mario stages they've added in a long time, in my opinion.
What about skins,
Another
Mike?
one,
or the other stage?
I was gonna say, well, I've honestly just blanked on the stage. So let's move on to skins. Yeah, let's. I think we got a little. We've always kind of had like a little bit of that in each game, but I feel like it's gotten way more. They've definitely like got caught on to the idea of like, man, people just want these characters and these cool costumes with this game. Like we're getting Builder Mario and, you know, married or the wedding hat. We're getting the
need
Breath
the
of the
alternate
Wild.
costumes, need things like that for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, like, why isn't there a dry Bowser?
Yeah.
You know, like get
Totally.
that going. Like, you know, people it's like, oh, he could be an Echo Fighter. Like, he could very easily be an alternate costume. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, the fact that Meta Ridley showed up was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like,
It's awesome.
so good. Yeah.
And it like looks good too, and it's like, yeah, it's a different version of that character from a different game, which I think so many costumes could just do that, and it would be totally fine.
No, I 100% agree. There's just there's like so many things they could do with all the different characters, and I'm trying to. Like obviously, there's stuff like Miss Pac-Man for Pac-Man.
Sure.
You know, all kinds of, you know, things for. I think we've already seen a bunch of like Mega Man colors, but they could have easily just like incorporated more of like not making necessarily Mega Man full on like him like a full on different Mega Man boss in the similar size to him, but just like giving him the attributes of like, you know, having him have like a big scissor head on his head or something, and like stuff like that into Mega Man's suits would be really cool.
Like with Zelda, like I don't know how they didn't, you know, go even harder on like the dark color one. Like make that more like Hilda. If you're not gonna have Hilda as an Echo Fighter, like it's okay to, you know, lean more into that design for an alternate costume.
Yeah. And I think just even like more in general of like the thing I like they did with the Zelda characters is like each character kind of like represents like a different Zelda game of timeline. They could have even done that a little bit more with like the skins of like having like Twilight Princess Zelda and having the Zelda they have now from A Link Between Worlds and having Hilda, and then, like having multiple Links, like having Breath of the Wild Link and Ocarina of Time Link and Twilight Princess Link. Like they totally could have done some stuff like that, and I would be all for it. I'd be here for all of that.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll have like a skin pack. Like I could see a Zelda skin pack where it would be kind of things like that.
Yeah, I'd be totally down for that.
It's actually
if they decided to go down that DLC route.
They just come in loot boxes. It's weird.
Nintendo
was the villain the whole time.
It would be question mark boxes because it has to be Nintendo themed.
The devious thing would be the one when you get one of them, it would show a coin block, and then you would what you would know you would get for it is what character comes out. The Smash character just like walks out to jump and up and hit it. So like Samus just walks out, and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna get something for Samus. Like it'll feed. That's the devious thing.
That's too real, Mike. Actually.
Remember collecting music tracks from CDs was like Nintendo, like the original pioneer of that. Like you're gonna get something.
Yeah.
Like,
we'll see what you get. Let's see how you do.
Yep. I mean, you got like what was it? It was Melee, right? That had like that, like even had like pay a bunch of coins to get like a little basically
the gotcha machine, the
capsule machine to get trophies and stuff. And, like,
no, it's crazy, Mike. They you have to like do a bunch of weekly and daily missions, and then you like slowly get more and more powerful, and then you can attempt the boss raid.
No, I have to get my Mario to 600 power. That's what opens up the raid.
Yeah.
To get
The boss raid, the spirits raid.
That's how I get
Spirits
the
raid, yeah.
Yeah. That's how.
What it
That's
is.
how.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
God.
I'm sorry,
Man, that
Mike.
hurts. Yeah, I know.
That was a little too mean.
Podcast is over. We're done. No,
We're going after Taboo this week, guys.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a flawless run. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We have to grab the taboo strength. We have to coordinate between each strength. No. God, we just spent like every weekend for the past month trying to do the recent Destiny raid.
Did you enjoy your Sunday off?
Too much. Oh God, it was incredible. Anyway, do you have any other last minute ideas for skins or anything like that? Anybody?
Yeah, mine was just gonna be like the Zelda skins of all the different
Right.
Zelda games. I think it would be great.
Yes.
Meta Knight's got some interesting ones, like Galactic.
Oh yeah,
Dark Meta Knight, certain things like that.
that'd be cool.
Pokemon Trainer, like I know it's in the demo and all that, and I don't think we've seen too many. You have Red, you have Leaf,
Yeah.
but like there's no excuse not to say like Blue, Gary,
Right.
put him as one of them,
Just
or
have different trainers.
like, different trainers. Snake
That'd be
is
cool.
ripe for have this one be definitely Big Boss, have this one be Punish Snake, really
Right.
go with the different variations there, like.
Can finally get my goddamn David Hayter Punish Snake.
Yeah, right. Whether you like it or not.
The real
it'll be
Snake.
interesting. Yeah. Of course, certain franchises may have limits. So, like
Yeah.
Sonic, for example, you could say like, well, why isn't there a Super Sonic? Just have him be all yellow and okay, he just has like different color arm bands and
stuff. Right.
foot band, like. Because like they gotta protect their IP and they look a certain way. Like I get it, but this is Smash Brothers. Come on, guys.
Yeah, let's go on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like that's always been the funny thing is like you could tell they've like slightly loosened up on it with each incarnation where it's like this Sonic is like a slightly more lighter tint of blue.
Yeah.
Like they've been like weirdly just being like, all right, this gradient of blue, we've opened up you to allow you to use this slightly more gradient in this blue
Can't you tell?
spectrum.
That's Blue Team.
Yeah, it's silly.
He has glowing blue armbands and blue shoes.
Oh, dude, if they did like a Sonic Boom Sonic, like the fan base would be pissed.
just bandages.
I'd be happy though. Finally.
I just want,
Great,
just
don't get me wrong.
Sonic with just bandages all over his body,
Mummy
completely
Sonic.
bandaged. Yep.
He was secretly
Yeah.
in the Simon Belmont trailer as one of the mummies.
Yeah.
And then and then after that, I want every metal and pink gold version of every Mario character.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Rose gold.
Metal
Peach.
Mario,
Yeah.
pink gold Mario, pink gold Luigi, pink gold Koopa Kids. Like just hook me up with everything.
Injected into my
Um,
veins.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Yeah.
Proto.
Proto Man. He's in Mega Man's Final Smash. Just swap the model and have Mega Man appear in Proto Man's Final Smash and let you run around and jump and shoot as Proto. That's
Jump and
that's
shoot,
what I
man.
want.
And when Proto Man, becomes Mega Man, Alfonso takes his place.
Exactly. There you go. That's all they need to do. Sakurai can figure it out.
Sakurai can do it. It'll just take another
yeah.
month. It's fine. Let it cook.
But yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of potential for skins and just DLC in general for this game. So
Yeah.
I definitely think there's going to be a lot more of it, especially with it being like ultimately so early in the Switch lifespan. At least that's what it feels like in some regards. I feel like we're going to see a lot of like a longer tail end on this Smash game than I think previous ones in some ways. Even though like some of them there's been like longer kind of droughts, I guess, more or less in between games prior. But I think this one will be longer than some of them, but it won't feel as long just because they've had this long tail end of DLC coming
Yeah.
to Ultimate.
Well, and with the esports push, they're trying to build up a platform that they can continue
Yeah.
to grow for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, Switch is something that's going to be, with its success, something that's going to be in concept for a while, if not like that same sort of development platform, like stay indie friendly, that whole thing. So especially if Sakurai wants to take a break from the series. Like, have his team kind of work on DLC characters, do it in seasons, kind of stretch it out.
Yeah.
Grow the base. This is like, building
make good online.
So you can just like step away from.
It's a win for everyone.
Just make a Bandai Namco pit somewhere that's just a Smash DLC machine.
Yeah,
it's probably already in the works. But
call them Ravensoft, just like really,
ouch,
really stab it in deeper.
So how long have we been going? Like
an hour and 25 looks like.
An hour and 25. So do we want to
do our pitches?
Do this, or we can go right to our pitch. We can do. We're looking at Doc. People want to do that.
We should announce the winner.
Or we can just move on to our pitches.
Do our pitches, yeah.
Let's do it.
Kill Your Babies is going to take way too long.
Yeah, you're right. It'll take a while. I'm just going to leave it at that so people can take that out of context.
Killing Your Babies takes some time.
Takes some time.
So it is time to announce the episode 3. Yes, this is episode 4. I can count. So this will be the winner of episode 3's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Home Run Contest pitch. So in each episode, if you've been following us, we at the end of every episode we pitch characters, we make up movesets for them, we do whatever the heck we think will be cool for them to be the character, and then you get to vote on them. The last episode we had Blessing Adeoye on from OK Beast, and all 4 of us pitched characters. So I'll just go down the list here real quick. Scott pitched Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia. Alex voted pitched Monster Hunter, just Monster Hunter, the hunter person
who hunts monsters.
Who hunts monsters
in the popular video game. Blessing did Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes, the secret one I wanted to win, even though I pitched a different character. And my pitch, the custom Robo Commander, who commanded custom Robos like a Pokemon trainer. The weird character idea.
I love your character descriptions. We have Monster Hunter, the hunter. We have the custom Robo Commander who commands
robots.
And we have Jerk Off King, Travis Touchdown.
Jerk Off King.
What's the description there?
The Irving Huloids.
Yes.
Yeah, the Irving Huloids. So you guys voted on it. We had 82 votes in total. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone who voted. That was awesome. So I'm gonna go start from the bottom, and then do 3 and 4, and then announce the winner, and then we'll start here. So with 15 votes, the bottom, Custom Robo Commander. Custom Robo Commander. Rest in peace, friend.
Ripperoni.
Pour one out for the homie.
Yep.
Pour one out for him. This is. Oh, I should mention. This in general is actually pretty close.
Nice.
All of them together, because with 16 votes, literally by 1, Travis Touchdown.
Whoa.
There he is.
I thought he was gonna win.
I know it hurt. It hurt opening this up this morning. Sorry,
Why?
Blessing. I'm sorry for myself, because that's the character I actually really wanted, and I'm sorry for Blessing.
Yeah.
The next one with 20 votes, again, only 4 votes away. Pretty crazy. Monster Hunter.
Whoa! My boy!
So there it is. The winner, Lloyd Irving, 31 votes.
I voted for Lloyd.
That makes sense.
Voted for Lloyd, yeah.
Lloyd's really cool.
Lloyd's so good.
Yeah, I admittedly have not played Tales of Symphonia, but when I was looking up at the footage for when I was editing together the episode, I was like, okay, he makes a lot of sense seeing it, how this kind of game plays and how it does, and he seemed cool.
Yeah.
He definitely seemed like that era of, I could see why when that game was bigger and I think more around the Brawl era, he was very heavily requested.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of one of those games. So I totally see why now when I saw that. But
and the combat in Tales games is so similarly done to Smash Brothers
Yeah.
It's got up Bs, it's got side Bs, down Bs, neutral. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. If
A's, side A's, down A's.
Yeah.
Right. If Bandai Namco like ever gets another representative, it has to be Lloyd Irving. Like it's the Tails rep that Sakurai has mulled over in the past.
Yeah,
and they had a me costume in.
Yeah,
right.
he did.
Yeah.
So
He had a me costume for sure.
it's one of those
so
things where he should be in it. Like, I just realistically don't think he will be, and it's kind of a shame.
Yeah, I think I think it is that timing thing of he his games were like super popular at this one period of time in Nintendo history, so I feel like his chance might have like gone by the wayside in some regards. But yeah, I feel like it would be that thing of he made it into the one he was probably most requested in, he would still be there for sure.
Yeah,
I could see him being a DLC character.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I think so.
I could see him being
totally
a strong DLC character.
For sure. So he joins from the last 2 episodes. We had Paper Mario, who won the first episode, and Gino, who won the second episode, and now we have Lloyd Irving, third episode. And these are like the most like obvious, blatant picks, which are like I totally understand that because like obviously they're the most requested ones. But it's always like a shame that like we send all these other characters basically out to die. Like,
for what it's worth, I was not expecting Lloyd to win this week.
Me either.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
Touchdown in Monster Hunter did not expect Lloyd to win.
yeah, totally.
At all.
That's just, I guess it just shows like some of these characters still have that staying power after all these years.
Yeah, I'd like to think it's our pitches that really direct people.
I mean, I feel like my pitches have been pretty strong, and Custom Robo being at the bottom.
But you just got to start pulling from the bottom of the barrel, my guy. You got to just. All right, this guy's pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Like, what's Custom Robo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta go for the easy picks, dude.
What's this, you freaking babies?
I'm not gonna make you happy with my pick for this episode, Mike. I'm sorry.
I probably already know who it is, but it's okay. So let's see. The order last time, I think Scott was first, and then we had Blessing go. I think we have to reset because now I think all of us have gone first once.
Yeah.
Let's have Pete go. He's the guest.
So
Yeah.
You want to go first?
No
Okay.
problem with going.
All right.
So when I was talking to Scott about this, like, what's the deal here? He's like, well, what's your dream character out of all the characters that are left that you'd want in? Before this game, I would have said Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight, he's an assist trophy. He's out. Banjo Kazooie. So Banjo Kazooie would be my pick. So and it's unfortunately it's a little fortuitous. I'm really not trying to play off the news and all the hype surrounding it.
Right.
But that would be my pick. So what would be a move set here? Depending on how in depth you want to go, his kind of neutral attacks or his aerials, a lot of them would involve, of course, Kazooie doing some pecs or Banjo swinging his backpack around. You have a bunch of different varieties there. Smashes. Banjo can pull Kazooie and almost like a Ganondorf sword sort of motion, have that be a forward smash.
Yeah.
You can almost have like a Charizard wing sort of thing with Kazooie for an up smash. Banjo could probably stomp or something for a down smash. That would make sense. But everyone wants the specials, right? Of course, for neutral B, it's got to be Egg. And of course, you can have, the tap to have just, kind of spitting out little eggs, and they bounce a little bit. Not unlike pills, but kind of they bounce a little bit like that. You could certainly charge B, and they would fire faster. Depending on how long you charge, maybe even, I guess, eggs have different properties, so they can be imbued with maybe like a random effect. If it's like a fire one or an ice one. Sakurai likes to do different moves that play with different chances. I mean, the 1/8 chance of rest happening or something like that? No, 1/8 chance of the, different.
The up B for Luigi, like smashing.
Right. Yeah. That one, yeah. So, different little chances there. Maybe play with those. Up B, Kazooie's a bird. He's got wings. He's got to fly. But when you fly, the red feather has to come off. Like that's just a natural touch, right? Like it's got to be.
Totally.
Side B would be the bird bomb. Now this could either be done on the stage where he kind of fires and launches at an opponent. Maybe there's a little bit of a wind up there. But clearly the biggest advantage would be for horizontal recovery. There'd only be so far. We kind of wind up a little bit, almost like, Fox Falco with the illusion a little bit. But it's, definitely a more pointed attack with the bird beak. For the down B, I think it's something like a shoulder barge. Like maybe there's a little bit of a charge to it. Something like, Ryu sort of focus sort of attack. Just where they kind of barge the shoulder a little bit.
Yeah,
down air, gotta mention, the butt bomb sort of thing.
Yeah,
almost like a Toon Link sort of, you're zipping right down, going down the stage. Like that would be for the down air.
Totally.
A little special property on that one. Final Smash. There's a lot of people like, oh, there's all the transformations. Like, what about those? Could he be the washing machine? Could he be the T-Rex? Gotta be Jinjonator. You gotta summon the Jinjonator. It's the key moment from the Gruntilda boss. And, Smash Ultimate is all about these cutscenes, right? So it's just a little bit of, summoning just really quickly, and then it, bashes. You can kind of capture a little, some opponents in the field in front of you, and that's who you, capture in the attack. So I think that kind of captures the range. I mean, Kazooie flies in to drop them both off. Taunts, you got to do getting the jiggies is one of them. Like that little animation's got to be one of them. Kazooie, pecking on the head, like different little taunts like that's got to be there. It's amazing when you think of Banjo-Kazooie's sort of range of motions and abilities and all that. It's like it's not Tales of sort of laid out for Smash, but all the ideas are there. I mean, even if it's a dash attack roll, like it's easy enough. It's really straightforward. I'd say Banjo-Kazooie is, despite all of this leak news, he's tailor-made.
Yeah.
No, that was good.
Strong choice.
Can I do mine next?
We'll come back around to, but it's just because I have other things to add to Banjo. But let's just keep going. So, Alex, what is your pitch?
So my pick is Banjo-Kazooie.
I knew it. I was like sitting here. That's like when I said like I probably know who this character is. And
mine's a little bit different, but I'm like cool with us just doubling down. Let's just like narrow the votes down to make Mike even angrier. When Mike and Scott's obscure charcharacters get totally forgotten,
totally dunked on,
and Peter and I can just be victorious winners.
A combo pick, a combo entry.
I
combo.
Yeah, seriously. Ultimately, like I said at the front of this, one of the characters I was originally gonna pitch basically got deconfirmed, and Tom Nook, pour one out for Tom Nook, our boy. In that Isabelle trailer, I was like, you don't even understand. That last episode,
it was gonna be so good.
The last episode, I was like so ready with this moveset I had for Tom Nook to just dunk on everyone because I thought it was so good. But then he just got shown at the end of that trailer, and my heart dropped.
Yeah.
So I just had to make up a character pretty much within like the last like week or two.
I would have if this leak hadn't happened like just exactly today. But yeah, I've had it like locked in for like 3 weeks. Been super excited about it.
I'm really sorry for stealing this.
No, it's totally fine. I think this is perfect. Great minds think alike. We nailed it. You and I are going to be right.
I have a lot of ideas. Like Pete definitely nailed a lot of it. Like there's just literally the opening of Banjo-Kazooie is you going around a bunch of that are like you said, like tailor-made.
Yeah.
For like a character moveset. There's just like so many fun little things you can pull in with like taunts and like having Banjo or Kazooie like poke on his head and like them kind of like dancing around each other, like Banjo pulling out a banjo for whatever reason.
Yeah, shield to cover up the wings. You don't get the gold Wonder Wing effect. But
I had just a couple like my specials were a little bit different. I think the up special I had pretty much was the same. But the one I keep trying to make these characters like weird, kind of like I think I always go back to Olimar and like how weird a character he is to play, and how many like different mechanics. The one I thought of that would like make Banjo-Kazooie really cool is the down special being Switch, where you would like Kazooie's legs would pop out of the backpack and you would switch over to her. Because it's a thing you constantly do in Banjo-Kazooie because Kazooie moves faster. So I like the idea. Yeah, exactly. Of being able to switch to that at any time. So her legs pop up and Banjo like goes up on top. And then you just move as her. So you move a little bit faster. You jump like shorter to the ground, but you can go further for recovery. And she has like all of her basic A attacks. And then like smash attacks would like involve her using Banjo instead of the other way around. So it would be like a different A moveset, but all of the specials would still be the same, so it wouldn't be too complicated.
Yeah.
I just really like the idea.
Into like basically I would, not to like steal from your thing, but I would say like having basically you have that like transform into kind of the Kazooie mode or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're hit, you're knocked out of it and everything.
You're knocked back, but then like doing certain moves could also like transition you back into like being Banjo again. Yeah,
like maybe like doing the down air in like, or the down B in the air would do something a little bit different. And maybe does it as an attack, the switch as an attack. But yeah, I just really, because the second game obviously is so much about like split up move and actually going and doing different things. So I feel like there's enough there to make you be able to kind of play as Kazooie but still have them together. I just really like that idea of being able to switch between them.
Do you think there's any nuts and bolts reference though?
I think there's probably a nuts and bolts reference. I think you could maybe work an item into it.
I would say like trophies at best.
Yeah, I don't know, because that was the one that wasn't on Nintendo. I don't think they would touch on nuts and bolts.
I don't think there would be.
I'm going to be the devil's advocate.
Yeah, I don't think there would be specials with it.
Yeah, I would say we get like a trophy at most, being like, here's like the wand that Kazooie and them used in Nuts and Bolts or something like that as like a trophy or something. The one thing I would add to this was, I agree that like I wouldn't necessarily want this would probably never happen, because I wouldn't necessarily, like Pete was saying, I wouldn't necessarily want the Mumbo transitions to like be in Banjo-Kazooie's like moveset or in his final smash, but I think he would be so cool as an assist trophy.
Oh,
like
Mumbo?
he just comes, he just like comes in as an assist trophy, and then he's just like zapping people and turning them into like wacky things.
Yeah.
And like basically like, you see Marth just like walk up to him and get like turned into a washing machine, and then just getting like launched away after he gets turned into a washing machine or something.
Yeah.
Like that's obviously like. That's obviously like
different effects where like could set him on fire, spicy, or make him really slow, like whether it's something like that.
Yeah, they could just do that too, totally.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential with that.
Yeah, there's just a lot of really fun stuff they could do with Banjo-Kazooie.
My other two different specials were just the neutral special. It was going to be like the beak stab, kind of like what you had with the side special. I thought you could like charge it up. I wanted to like it only makes sense because what you said about the down air makes a lot of sense, them doing the like the ground pound, but I kept trying to think of a way to incorporate the one with the drill kind of twist on it, where Kazooie like spins like a drill when you ground pound, and I didn't want to give up my down special for that, so like I was like I wonder if you could like charge up the shoulder charge and she'll like spin her beak with it.
Depending on which mode you're in then.
Yeah, that could depend on where you're in. And then the side special I had was Kazooie wrapping her arms around Banjo and doing like the golden wing rush, like a forward dash, which is
cool.
Very similar to your side special. But my idea was like you can't be hit from the front, so it moves forward, but it's like a really low diagonal down attack, like kind of a sweep. And you can be hit from the back while you're in it. But outside of that, kind of working like Fox and Falco's kind of side dash.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then for Final Smash, I literally just wrote something with Jinjos. So I think Pete nailed that one.
I mean, if not a cutscene, something to Jinjonator, like having Jinjos like fly around the screen and just causing mayhem.
Yeah. Jinjo! Yeah, Jinjo is the only way they can go. That's it. Banjo's great.
Cool. Yeah. I want Banjo to be real.
Me too. I want him and like Smokey to be hanging out somewhere in a forest.
Oh, jeez.
Two cool bear bros.
Yeah, but one with just a big pack. One with a backpack with a bird stuffed in it.
It's whatever, man. It's fucked up.
It's rough. It's rough. All right, Scott, did you want to go or I can go?
You can go.
All right, I will go. So, like I said, I kind of didn't necessarily make this one on the fly because I've been wanting to see, like, you know, with every Smash game, there's always a new Pokemon representative in some shape or form. And while I agree that most likely since it's like the newest Pokemon and it's like a new starter, a lot of people think Incineroar is going to happen, and it definitely seems likely that it's going to be Incineroar. But just to, you know, spice it up and do something a little different, I thought of another character. I actually had two different ones, but I want this one more in some ways just because I like the Pokemon more. And that's Sceptile, Gen 3 starter. So the reason I picked Sceptile is just like, I guess my thought process was for why he's like probably not as much as a lot of the other like Incineroar or some like the current Pokemon choices from the Sun and Moon. But when this, you know, with Sakurai, when they first started talking about this game started development in, I think it was like 2015, and Sun and Moon was like not really much of a thing yet. Like I think they had announced it, but they didn't really have anything about it yet. I think that's right. I
think it came out at the end of 2016.
Yeah, I think it was like not even a thing yet. But Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had like come out not too soon after that. So I could totally see. Yeah, it was 2014. So I could totally see a thing where they were just kind of starting like it was just a, you know, guys, we have to put a Pokemon in this game just like we always do. Just pick one that's relevant now and it's like still somewhat popular. So I picked. So that's just likely. I think, you know, I personally don't care for Blaziken, although Blaziken does have like a popularity with him. I do like Sceptile, though. I think he's always had a cool design, and he's just been fun to use as just like a general grass starter. I had a kind of a mixture of stuff. Some of it was pulled. I don't know if you guys are Pokken fans. Pokken Tournament.
I'm not a goddamn nerd. Is what I am.
Wow, damn. Pokken, the only true fighting game that's ever existed in the history of fighting games. Some of the ideas for moves I had are kind of pulled from that he does in that, but also like kind of reformatted into Smash.
Sorry, man. At least you're not taking from Marvel vs. Capcom for like the second week in a row.
So I think a lot of his Smash attacks in general could be similarly applied in the way that like some of Greninja's Smash specials work. Because like a lot of times when you see Sceptile attack and stuff, he has like two leaves that usually turn into blades on his arms. So I definitely think his up smash could 100% be just like similar to Greninja's, where he kind of does like an upward kind of like swinging swipe. I would say even though like his side smash, I think could either be kind of like I was thinking just to like try and make something a little different, being similar to Link's side smash, where he basically does kind of a swipe, then you can hit A again and do like another swipe. So I was thinking he kind of does like an initial like downward swipe, and then kind of comes back up to do like a secondary hit to launch him. I think it'd be cool. Or they could just have him do like a tail swipe, because he has like that big, huge, like almost Christmas tree looking tail. But I think he could do like a big swipe with that. I mean, might actually be a better fit in some ways too, as like a down smash. Because then you could like kind of like swipe one way and then swipe back and forth, kind of like Ganondorf and some other characters have had similar like down smashes, kind of that like sweep both ways. For his specials, let me see. I have a couple things. Like these are more, in some ways, these are more in line with some of the stuff he does in Pokken, where his neutral B would be Sludge Bomb. So basically, I kind of have him. The idea I was thinking is how he does it in Pokken is he basically kind of like, it's kind of like a weird lizard gross where he like kind of like lurches his head up and like shoots like a big purpley gunk ball, like kind of like almost like it's like he's like vomiting it out, and he kind of, but like I think the cool thing about it is like it arcs up and kind of down. So I was thinking like with that idea, he could kind of hit people above him or kind of directly in front of them. And then where it lands, it basically leaves like a blotch of like poison. And I think in Pokken, like if they were to go into that poison blotch, it basically like it weakens them so they take more damage, and it like slows them down for a brief period. So something like that. And I was also thinking he can like charge it to kind of either have it like depending on how long you like hold the button down or charge it up, it either land close, kind of directly in front of him, or further away from him. I was thinking of doing something like that. His side B is what I call like it's like a vine grab move, which he has in Pokken as well. It's one of his grabs, where basically he kind of like throws his hand down to the ground and shoots like a thing of vines across the ground, and if it hits the person, it basically like grabs them, and then kind of like puts them in like a little ball, and then like launches them off. So I was thinking like something similar to that, but it would basically, you could like use it to like, kind of like trap people in place for like a brief thing of like throw it, like do that. If it runs across the ground and if it grabs somebody, it kind of traps them there for a second, and then you can kind of run up and follow them, or like basically use it to kind of maybe like cancel out like characters trying to run away or trying to get away from them in some regards. Look. I was looking for the down B, but I have, so I have up and up. Actually, I'll go to his up B first. So the up B, I was thinking is basically if he's on the ground, it would basically make like a tornado of leaves kind of underneath him, and it would kind of like basically like the tornado would kind of spawn underneath him and like kind of bring him up like on top of it. But if he does it in the air, it would be kind of more like a Link's Link still has like his spinning sword move, where basically he would get like a tornado around him and kind of like spin up into the air with a bunch of leaves around him.
That's his down B, you were saying?
That's his up B. That's like aerial recovery. For his down B, it was kind of boring, but it was another thing where it was just like a counter. It was like a counter move that he has in Pokken, where basically he counters it and kind of does like this like weird energy ball move where like it like puts him in like this big energy ball in front of him and like does a bunch of multi-hit damages, and then it like slightly heals him. So something similar to that would be his down B. It'd be basically like it would be a counter and like it heals him a little bit. For his final smash, I chose Pedal Dance, where basically he basically goes and it'll be a big flashy flashy move where like a bunch of pedals like explode from him and like a radius and anybody caught in it. I was thinking, even when he does that, he could kind of also Mega Evolve at the same time he does it if they want to include his Mega Evolution. And basically kind of going with his sword and blade theme kind of and similar, like Greninja kind of has like a weird like backlit moonlight weird slashy kind of almost samurai-esque thing. I was thinking of doing like a similar thing where basically any characters that are caught in this dance, it then transitions to them in like this kind of like samurai stance pose where the characters are like stunned, and then like Sceptile comes in looking cool samurai-esque and then does like a big like shink, blacks out the screen, and he kind of slashes them and then they go flying off the stage. So something like that. That's mostly it. I was thinking of, I actually originally was putting stuff down for Decidueye.
I thought you were gonna go that direction when you first started.
Yeah, because
Subtitle's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was thinking of him as well. I started writing stuff down, but then I was just like, man, we ultimately I'd want to pitch characters I'd rather see just personally. Yeah. And I would just rather see Sceptile just because I like his design more, and they could do fun stuff with him.
Sceptile's rad. People sleep on Sceptile.
I agree. He's and one other thing that I just remembered. Same with Pokken, he has a thing where it's similar to how Peach works, where like he jumps up, you jump up, and if you hold up on the stick, she like stays in the air. So in Pokken, Sceptile does a similar thing, but he basically, it's kind of just like a random thing where he like jumps up, and if you hold up, he basically makes like a vine magically appear from the sky, and then he just kind of holds onto it and like floats up in the air. That's awesome. So like they could do something similar to that with him.
Yeah.
it's weird and random, but like it was fun and it works. So they could totally do that, I think, in Smash 2 for funsies. But yeah, that was Sceptile.
Cool.
Rad.
That's fine.
Cool.
All right, Scott.
So what I'm going with
Banjo Kazooie. No, I'm just kidding.
no. Wonder Red from Wonderful 101.
Oh, okay.
So
Brian Nobishin Jackson is the happiest man in the world.
So I'm thinking Wonder Red because he specializes in punches. His main he'll be attacking with the side smashes. Like all of his stuff will revolve like generating like a big red fist to punch people, up smash, right smash, stuff like that. But his like special moves call in a variety of other wonderfuls to use to come in a system. So for like down special, Wonder Yellow will come in with like his giant hammer and like kind of ground pound and generate kind of a shockwave, kind of like how Donkey Kong does it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just hit like right in front of you and generate like a small shockwave around that. And if you do it in the air, then you'll come kind of crashing down and generate a bit of a bigger shockwave around you. For the for neutral, I'm thinking of having. I'm kind of in between either having Wonder Green come out and just kind of shoot, kind of like using the ray gun, his ray gun to shoot out as like a projectile, or having Wonder Blue come out and do kind of a quick sword slash, like that you could mash B maybe like 3 times or something, and he'll do a couple quick cuts with his sword. For the side smash or the side specials, I'm thinking Wonder Pink would come out and like lash out with her whip, or that could be Wonder Red's like grab. Like Wonder Pink would come out and grab someone with a whip, reel him in, and like Wonder Red could like punch him. So that's what I'm thinking for those specials. And then for the final smash, I'm thinking like call in the Virgin Victory, like the big giant ship that they all fly around on, and they all jump on top of the Virgin Victory and like do their crazy like unite thing and generate like the giant fist or some weapon, and then just come down and like crash down. Or the Virgin Victory would just like pelt the battlefield or something with missiles. Is kind of what I'm thinking for the Wonders.
I like that.
Real talk, how hasn't Wonderful 101 not had a Switch port yet? Like,
I agree.
Of all the games like that needs it.
Especially because it's been teased so much.
It has.
I personally, I would like to see the New Super Mario Bros. New Super Mario World or whatever.
Mario 3D World, you mean?
Super Mario 3D World, thank you.
Yeah.
I would want to see that come to Switch first.
Agreed.
And then Wonderful 101. And then, in a perfect world, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So then I can take my Wii U and I can throw it out my window.
Yes. Oh, man, that game.
I totally also forgot the up special for Wonder. I'm thinking it would be a Pikmin style thing, where a couple Wonders would like link up and like the hand would go up and could grab the edge of the stage to pull you up. Or if you connect with an enemy that's in the air, the hand will grab them and then like just smack them on the ground. So that would be the up smash or the up special.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the collaborative characters.
Yeah.
Follow-up question for Alex regarding Mario games on Switch. Which would you want first? 3D World port or Mario Maker 2?
I guess probably Mario Maker 2. I never played Mario Maker. I never like ended up playing it or spending any time with it. So I think that would be like my second chance to do that. And also,
sure,
it could be this infinite platform of entertainment. So,
game theory, it's like one Mario Plex or something. What was the number Matt Pat came up with?
Mario Plex, I think is right.
Mario Plex for all the different options, and
it's bigger than Google Plex.
Nice.
I don't know how many zeros. It's like many zeros, like over 40 or something.
It's like 10 to the 180th zeros or something.
Yeah. How many?
God. Not to speculate on E3 2019 or whatever, but like clearly one of the biggest games at that show will be Animal Crossing on Switch. But like if they do a Mario Maker 2 reveal there,
Mario or
just call it a show right there.
Nintendo's gonna have to bring it, because if the other two decide to start announcing new platforms or next gen stuff, Nintendo's gonna be they're gonna have to bring Super A game, which I'm sure they can. But
I was
like,
gonna
you
say,
guys
I
are doing
feel like
streaming. And
Yeah.
we're doing the Japanese streaming. They're doing stateside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not to get too much into that rabbit hole of future console speculation already, but I don't know if Nintendo has that much to worry about. Because I feel like, because I feel like even if they announce new consoles, next year they'll be out like a year or two later, and then even when they come out a year or two later, there's not going to be any like, oh my god, I need to play these games right now. They're going to be all like, the usual kind of launch title things, but that's. But anyway, either way,
I was just talking more in regards to like press space and word of mouth and stuff.
sure.
Yeah.
That those kind of being, if they don't have a really good show, those will be.
Yeah, they'll get talked over.
They'll get Smash DLC. It'll be fine. It'll be
Totally.
perfect.
Yeah.
I'll have
Yeah,
Fire
there you
Emblem
go.
by then.
Comes back to it.
Everyone,
Yeah.
here is Cloud Strife 2.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's Cloud Strife the sequel.
Cloud
Whoa.
Strife Jr.
This time it's
Cloud
personal.
Strife, dark Cloud Strife is coming to Smash.
Nah, dude. As soon as they
Please
put
be excited.
Sephiroth in Smash, we've gone too far.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can give up at that point.
Yeah. But I'll say I admittedly have never played Wonderful 101. That was like the one that's like, I think I when I first got my Wii U, which is a little bit into the life cycle, I think I tried. There's a demo of it right on the eShop, I think, and I think I tried that, and I don't know what it was. It just didn't. That demo just didn't grab me for the game
That game's
for
fun.
whatever reason. But
It's
yeah,
a little
I would definitely. Yeah, that's what I would say if it were to ever come out in a port. I would definitely be willing to give it another shot.
Yeah, it's worth it.
But even so, like Scott's idea for moveset sounds cool. That character, even just seeing them outside of that game and like all seeing like the gameplay online and stuff, it's a really cool idea for a character of just having this weird like it would make sense for, even though it's just him running around the battlefield, whenever he uses moves, like a random character just jumps out of them to do like a move in place of him instead of just kind of being him punching. So like it would totally make sense and work for that character. So he would be a cool one.
I was debating Beautiful Joe, but I feel like Wonderful 101 would have better moves than Beautiful Joe.
Yeah,
It's true.
I desperately want either ports or a new Beautiful Joe game.
I mean, it's all that Kamiya stuff. I mean, like Wonder Red is so reminiscent of him for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If a Beautiful
Totally.
Joe port doesn't come out in the next 2 years, I'm going to go crazy.
I just have to wait long
uh,
enough for the Dolphin emulator to work on Switch, and I'll be set.
Someday.
Well, that's our character pitches, everyone. So I'll just go through these one time. With Banjo Kazooie, we had Peter and not really Alex, but Alex was also there.
Oh, come on.
Alex helped
Alex-
a whole lot. It's
Alex-
a strong team effort.
It was
Alex is
it's a
peeking out
collaborative.
from the shadows.
Alex the bandwagoner O'Neill.
It's not true. I will not stand by this slander.
We got this, Alex. We got this.
Alex the bandwagon O'Neill.
The thing is, they won't be laughing when we won and Banjo Kazooie's in the game. So
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
true. Well, ultimately we'll all win because Banjo Kazooie's in the game.
This is true.
Then I had Sceptile, the Gen 3 starter from Ruby and Sapphire. Sceptile, my boy. And then Wonder Red from Wonderful 101 on Wii U. Nice, Scott. So that'll be our three. The the poll will be below in the YouTube description. So feel free
everyone just point down. It's fine.
feel free to go there and vote.
Then
Down there.
subscribe
I'll
and
also
bell, hit the
also-
bell.
And then click on Mike's glasses, and it'll take you
Click
to
on my glasses.
That'll be a secret link.
Secret link. Secret link is back from the last episode.
And it's actually it's Ocarina of Time link.
It's just he comes in as regular Link and then just turns into Ocarina of Time Link and then disappears into the ether. Go vote on more characters. Thanks to everyone who's been voting on them. Peter, thank you for joining us this week. Where can people find you on the wonderful internet?
Okay, well, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Pete Speakeasy. My podcast is Show Me Your News, or in this iteration, it's Show Me Your News Ultimate. So at showmeyournews.com/podcast is where we have weekly Smash Brothers recapping, the blog updates, and all the rumors and all that fun talk speculation. As was referenced, we have a active Discord, especially when it comes to speculation, particularly regarding this. I'm hesitant to go back and check and see if anything's broken in the last couple hours, but that's at showmeyournews.com/Discord if you'd like to join that community. Guys, thanks so much. This has been a delight. Always good to talk about this, and on such a momentous day indeed.
Yeah.
It's really a pleasure.
The day of Smash speculation has grown. It'll only grow, guys. You realize the next time we record an episode,
we mere moments away.
Well, we literally like within a week, probably. Well, like it'll probably be like 2 weeks when we record.
43 days, 3 hours, 35 minutes, and 55 seconds from now.
Whenever the direct happens, we will record probably close to after that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hype for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. This was like maybe another tinfoil thing, because there was already people. Put them on.
Put on your tinfoil hats.
People were also speculating, just because this potential leak had 7 characters in it, and it's just like, man, I don't think anybody's human heart could take 7 Smash Brothers character reveals in one direct. So people were
just think of how many Nintendo characters would have to die in a single video.
But we've all been like
7 people.
Yeah, we've all been like looking for these 7 characters, but we still don't know which of them is the 69th character.
Yeah.
Who is the most nice?
I need to know.
I need to know.
Someone said, like, if it's Banjo Kazooie, like, imagine the fan art that goes on with that.
Jesus.
I think it's like, fuck, man, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Well,
but someone said on our Discord is like, just imagine the trailers. Like, if it's these, like, what will the trailers be?
They could be the best trailers, or one single trailer that is just the greatest thing ever seen.
Yeah, it's just all of them hanging out.
And man, like, as far as rumors go, like, it was September 30th, the Japanese playlist of character videos got updated secretly. Like, uploads must have been unlisted or private. Like, they've got something ready to go. It's
cooking.
Yep,
something's ready. But yeah, one thing from that, as people pointed out, for potential, maybe not everything might be in that direct, because, which I don't think it might will happen, just because Japanese times work out weird. But the Game Awards are literally the day before Smash Ultimate releases. They are December 6th. So we could totally get a character trailer then. But since then, when somebody pointed it out, and then they said, like, well, actually, technically, the Japanese release time for Smash would be technically earlier than that.
Yeah.
In Japan, because it's like, I think it's by like 10 or. I think it's by like multiple hours. It's like 10 hours at least.
That could still be great. Like, that
would be a great time to announce the first DLC character or two.
Or like,
that's what the rumors going out around for it is that they still want a presence at the show, even though Smash Brothers is after all the awards and stuff. So they said, well, we're gonna roll out our first DLC plan. Like,
or like the last character in the game and the first DLC character, even just anything like that would, I think, would be really cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be there in some capacity. I don't think it's gonna win any awards, but like you said, it's Nintendo's biggest game this year, and this is like the biggest award ceremony in games now.
Yeah.
So I think that it will show up in some capacity, even if it ends up just being like the character we end up already knowing because the game came out in Japan, or it's like the tease at what's coming for DLC.
Yeah.
And like for our own top 10 list at the end of the year, like, it's gonna make it real tough. It's like, look, it's Smash Brothers. Like, we do podcasts. Like, it means a whole lot to us, but like, here are the rest of the top 10.
Yeah, it's a busy year.
Top 10 games of the year that aren't Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like we have to do that, and we also have to do like top best music of the year that's not related to, or Smash Brothers Ultimate 800 track music tracks presents the best music of the year.
Yeah.
Like, it's like an unfair fight to like any other.
Have an asterisk at the bottom or like right after, not including anything found in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like that has to be its own category, basically, in some regards. But yeah, anyway, that's it again. Thanks again, Pete. Thanks again, Alex and Scott.
Of course.
For watching. We'll see you next time for episode 5, and we'll literally be a week away.
We'll all be dead because Extra Life happened.
The season finale of Podcast Ultimate.
We all died at Extra Life, and it won't happen.
We all died at Extra Life, but we came back to life because we knew Smash was coming. It gave us life again.
Yeah.
Good thing we have multiple stocks.
Thank God.
It's true. We came down on the platform from heaven and jumped back down on
Taboo
Earth.
Released us from
released us.
Subspace world.
He released us from the curse of the Smash City. Okay, I'm stopping. We're done.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Segment artist.